Hello and welcome to Local Edition. I'm Leslie Leyton. The city of Villa Park, a beautiful bedroom community, not too many controversial issues going on there, but the mayor says they are always looking down the road about the pension issue. And with us now is the mayor, Rick Barnett. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Leslie.
So everything you say is pretty hunky-dory in the city of Villa Park, but there is this looming pension liability that we hear about in all of the rest of the cities, and you work on a pretty slim budget, $4 million, not a whole lot of money, and you want to know where you stand exactly with potential unfunded pension liabilities.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to overplay this issue like the city's, focused or preoccupied with it, because we're not. We are fully paid, to the best of my knowledge, with our pension liabilities. We have a small community. Most of our professional services, engineering, land planning, we have farmed out even on a part-time basis because we really can't cost justify bringing somebody in. We have a very few normal, conventional employees. We have the city manager. We had an assistant city manager. We don't even have that right now. And we have a finance manager that's not even full-time. So the CalPERS pension issue is not a huge issue for Villa Park in the scheme of cities, but to come here and talk to you and have something interesting to discuss, we don't have a lot of problems per se. It's a small bedroom community, as you've indicated. It's very conservative in management. That's the way I am. I'm a bankruptcy counsel in Irvine, so I'm pretty conscientious with money. And both myself and the predecessors have managed this city like it's their own business or family, and we just keep a handle on it. And it's a small community with a small community council, it's very tight. So as a result of that, we don't have many conventional problems. Our concerns, if you really want to take a look and say, well, what would Villa Park's concerns be? Well, infrastructure, we have a sewer system, we've got our streets, and with $4 million to work from, you can't play around too much. If we have a problem or an earthquake or something breaks the pipes, we're in trouble.
You don't have a big margin of error, and you already have outsourced something a lot of cities can't do because a lot of resistance from the public workers there. So you are already doing that, but you're not really sure where you stand with CalPERS if you wanted to withdraw from CalPERS, which is something you thought about, because a lot of cities are having to pay into their pension fund a little more money to cut down on some unfunded liability, and with only a $4 million budget, that would really cut into your everyday operating expenses.
It would. And this year I increased it. I got our undesignated reserves up to, I think it was $1 million or so this year, and I'll probably try and increase it if we can again this year. But and that's good maybe for if we have some problems, we have to fix some plumbing or a big sewer line goes out. But the CalPERS problem is a significant issue. It's not a day-to-day issue for us. We're in pretty good shape. But down the road in the big picture, it is a significant issue, and I think it's a significant issue for every city. And the reason is this: CalPERS is significantly underfunded at the state level. And we're all participants. They rely on these little streams of money from these various cities. And the practical reality is that you have no idea what the cost of funding CalPERS is. CalPERS, in essence, guarantees public employees a prescribed level of compensation when they retire for the rest of their lives. I'm on the Orange County Fire Authority Board of Directors, where it is a huge problem. In some cases, you're paying more than the full salary for benefits. And notwithstanding that, we're accruing massive deficits. The Fire Authority discussions are over half a $500 million. And that's funded through OSERS, which is the Orange County version. But getting back to CalPERS, as these cities fail and the funding sources to cover these deficits goes, it's going to leave the remainder of us in big trouble.
So something you really have to keep an eye on as you move forward and consider maybe pulling out of there.